Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard 101 video. Now, today, I figured that I would finally, once and for all, show you guys why I hate the Deer Knight and Reindeer Knight spells, and I figured it's the perfect time since it's Christmas. But before we get into that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Try to hit 5,000 at some point in my life. That would be pretty cool. But thank you all for reaching 4,000 again. That was really, really cool. But another announcement, make sure to go join my Discord server because later today, as Saturday the 4th, we are watching a movie on Discord. So if you want to have some fun, come watch it. We're watching like the Venom movie, a pretty cool thing. So feel free to join in if you want to. Otherwise, let's get into this video. Now, for the longest time, on tier list after tier list, ranking different spells, I have said I dislike the Deer Knight and Reindeer Knight spells. I've said it over and over again, and people are like, Noah, why do you dislike them? Objectively, they're better. Now, the thing is that they are not. And for the longest time, I have just put off doing this video because I didn't feel like doing the math, but I've ultimately decided to do the math, and I can finally show the world why it is not worth it to get Reindeer Knight. Now, I'm going to kind of go more into is it worth it to get Reindeer Knight afterwards, since it's Christmas time, but let's go over the actual math. So, the main reason, I need to explain my logic. There's a reason why I don't like Deer Knight and Reindeer Knight. Now, Deer Knight is fine. If you don't have Ship of Fools, it makes sense to use Deer Knight. That's fine. There is never a world, never at all a world, where you should use Reindeer Knight over Blizzard. And the reason for that is that it is not effective, nearly as effective as Blizzard. And the reason for that is people do not factor in damage per round and how damage works over time. I made this beautiful spreadsheet here that you can look at the difference between Blizzard and Reindeer Knight. So what this is both of them enchanted. So this is both of them with an ep. To kind of make better use of it, the left side is what round it is. Obviously, there's the Blizzard column, and then there's the Reindeer Knight column, and then on the right side, that is the pip count that you have. So, the reason why Reindeer Knight isn't effective, there's two main reasons. First off, it costs 5 pips. That means instead of waiting 2 rounds to get, like, say, Blizzard, you need to wait 3 rounds for Reindeer Knight. And 2, the damage split between the overtime and base damage, it splits it. So that means the enchant for the base spell won't improve both of them. It will split it in half and improve both of them. So instead of improving the base damage by 300, it improves the base damage and the overtime by 150 each. So this is what I calculated. What this is, the left side is Blizzard. So Blizzard does 550 to 590 at base. So the first round you use Blizzard, 550 to 590. Next round is still 550 to 590 because you haven't casted another one. Reindeer Knight is different. So you cast it at base and it does 445 damage. Obviously this is without spell element upgrades, but even with spell element upgrades, it's only like 30 more, so take that into account. For Reindeer Knight, we have 445 first round, which is already worse than Blizzard. And then you have the overtime. The overtime does 138 per round. It should. How I got that is I divided, what was it? It was like 415 or something by 3. I forget the exact number. But basically, I divided that by 3 because that's the overtime. So you can count it. You can see it does the 445. It does 138. It does 138 again. Then it does 138 one more time. And then you use Reindeer Knight again. Now, the problem with Reindeer Knight and the thing that I need you guys to understand is that it costs 5 pips, which means you need to wait 3 rounds. So you can see on the right side here of the thing, by my cursor, you need to wait up until you get that 6 pips, and then you need to cast it again. What that does is it makes it so that you do that base 445 again to get 1304. The problem with this is by that point, you can already have done 1650 to 1770 with Blizzard. So what I'm trying to say is it is just not as effective. You can see it has less damage output. I would say the literal only time you're going to want to use Reindeer Knight is if the enemies are spamming shields. If the enemies are spamming shields and you want to get that away with the overtime, that's acceptable. But otherwise, no, it's not acceptable in regards to my math. Now, you can fact check me here. If for some reason I got the math wrong, let me know. But even on top of this, say for some reason I got it so that you use Reindeer Knight 1 round sooner. even then, that's only going to add another 100 damage to it, and it's still less effective than Blizzard. So I'm going to say overall, I am almost 100% positive I got this right. There you go. There's the math. There's the facts, the hard numbers. This is why Reindeer Knight isn't as good as Blizzard. Is it worth it to farm Reindeer Knight after that? Well, I have it on my ice, and I believe I have it on my ice. I might not have ever... I do have it on my ice. It's pretty easy to farm for, so I'd recommend if you want it, do it anyway, just for fun. But I really, there's no reason beyond that. It's not worth it as an actual attacking spell. It's okay. Overall, it's acceptable, but would you farm for it normally? No. I'd say really the only reason to do that would be to farm Lore Master, because it is dropped pretty frequently from Lore Master. In regards to spell elements and actually upgrading the spell, you can see there's two paths. You can either do top path, so it does more base damage and then less overtime, or bottom path where it does less base damage and more overtime. Either way, it still factors out to the same equation that I did, where Blizzard is just not as strong. So, should you get Reindeer Knight? No. Now, how could they fix Reindeer Knight? They would either need to do one of two things, is either make it so that enchant doesn't split, so the base damage is solely affected by it, making it do, instead of doing 445, do like a full 595. They could either do that, or they would just need to improve the base damage of the spell, which I think is really the only option. I think it should be more closer to like 350 plus 265 rather than what it's currently at, because what it's currently at just is not cost effective. There's literally 0 point in doing it over spamming Blizzard. And I finally wanted to put that to rest, because I know a lot of people have said in my comments, Noah, why do you hate Reindeer Knight so much? It's a good spell. It's better than Blizzard. Well, it's not. And it's as simple as that. It's just not as good as Blizzard. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think Reindeer Knight is good despite all of what I said? I don't know. Are some of you insane and you just don't listen to me? Maybe. But let me know what you think. Do you think it should be improved? Do you think it should be rebalanced? I personally think it should. I don't really care. I mean, I realized today as I logged onto my ice, the last time I logged onto my ice was actually when I got Reindeer Knight last year. So I don't really use it anyway. Ice Wizards, let me know what you think. I don't really use my Ice Wizard. But that's it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed this little rant slash math section type thing. I wanted to do this just because for the longest time I've been thinking about it, and for the longest time people have been wondering. So there you go, the hard facts. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go support me financially on Patreon. And thank you, NJA, for being a $25 supporter. I really do appreciate that. And finally, go join my Discord server. Again, we got the movie going on, so that's pretty fun. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.